If you've been researching Sarasota real estate for more than 5 minutes, you've probably seen the words west of trail. And you also probably have no idea what that actually means. In this video, we're going over exactly what west of trail is, why it's become Sarasota's most talked about address, what it actually costs to live here, and whether it's the right fit for you. I'm Alex Chow, a luxury property specialist and certified waterfront specialist here in Sarasota. And I was born and raised here. I am not someone who relocated from out of state 3 years ago and started making videos. I've watched this city grow up. I know these streets, and I know exactly why certain pockets of Sarasota carry a reputation that follows them for decades. West of Trail is one of those pockets. Let's get into it. So first, what exactly is west of trail? The trail is US 41, which is the main north-south artery that runs through Sarasota. West of trail simply refers to the neighborhoods that sit between US 41 and the water, specifically Sarasota Bay. It's a relatively narrow strip of land, but what's on it is some of the most desirable real estate on Florida's Gulf Coast. You're talking tree-lined streets, mature landscaping, large lots, and homes that were built to last. The area has a settled, established feel that's hard to manufacture in newer developments. You either have it or you don't, and west of trail has it. Now, why does this area carry so much weight? A few reasons. Location is the obvious one. You're close to everything without being in the middle of everything. Downtown Sarasota, Southside Village, top-rated private schools, and the Bay itself are all within a short drive or even walking distance, depending on where you are. But the bigger reason is the character of the neighborhoods themselves. You're not looking at cookie-cutter subdivisions with HOA rules about what color you can paint your mailbox. These are distinct streets with distinct homes, and that individuality is exactly why a certain type of buyer has always been drawn here. Before I dive into some neighborhoods in this area, if you're doing this level of research, I want to make sure you have the right resource. I put together a free guide called the Sarasota Relocation Guide, and it was built for exactly this moment in your process. It covers things like top neighborhoods, the real cost of ownership, today's market conditions, and so much more. It's the resource I walk serious buyers through before they start touring. The link is in the description below. It's completely free. Make sure to grab it. There are a few specific neighborhoods within West of Trail that come up over and over. So let me walk you through the ones you'll hear the most. Harbor Acres sits directly on Sarasota Bay. We're talking private docks, bay access, and some of the most prestigious waterfront addresses in the entire city. Pricing here typically runs from the low 2 millions up to 5 million and beyond, depending on the lot, the water frontage, and the home itself. Hudson Bayou is another one. It runs along the Hudson Bayou Waterway. It's walkable to downtown, Burns Court, and Selby Gardens, and it carries that waterfront character at a price point that's slightly more accessible than full bay frontage. You're generally looking at the high 1s to the 4s and above here. And then Cherokee Park, which is the family-focused heart of West of Trail. Tree-lined streets, a central location walkable to Southside Village, and proximity to some of the top-rated schools in the area. That's a 1.5 million and up market, often pushing into the 5s on the right streets. One thing that surprises buyers the most when they start looking here is how much variety exists in a fairly small area. You can be on a bayfront lot in Harbor Acres and be 5 minutes from a home on a quiet residential street in Cherokee Park. And those two properties can feel like completely different worlds. The price difference reflects that too, but so does the lifestyle. Are you someone who wants to be on the water, out on a dock, watching the boats go by? Harbor Acres. Are you someone who wants to be able to walk your kids to school and walk yourself to dinner? Cherokee Park and the South Trail Corridor. Understanding which version of West of Trail speaks to you is actually the most important question, and it's one of the first things I walk through with any buyer who's considering this area. I also want to be honest with you about what West of the Trail is not. It's not a gated community. It's not a resort-style neighborhood with a clubhouse and a pool and a fitness center. If that's the lifestyle you're looking for, there are incredible options in Sarasota. Lakewood Ranch, Palmer Ranch, and some of the golf communities in Manatee County, and I cover those in other videos on this channel. West of Trail is for the buyer who values authenticity over amenity packages. The people who move here are usually making a very deliberate choice about where they want to put their roots, and they tend to stay. The last thing I'll say is this: at the higher end of the market, a lot of the best properties never hit Zillow. Off-market inventory is real here, especially in the 2 million and above range. Relationships and local knowledge are the only way into those opportunities. That's not something I say to market myself, it's just the reality of how this pocket of Sarasota operates, and it's something any buyer seriously considering West of Trail needs to understand going in. And that wraps up this video. If you would like my personal assistance with real estate here in Sarasota, all my contact details can be found below.